We had to put chasers on it. By the way, I started.
Oh, you already started?
Yeah.
All right. What episode? 21.
21.
21.
This is a special episode.
Blackjack 21. We're in a mansion.
This is the Odd Pod from a mansion.
Yeah.
And if you don't believe us, there will be proof on the Wedo's podcast.
If I don't do a whole podcast, at least I do a clip and I'll load that to YouTube.
Like,
for
look,
sure.
motherfuckers, where we at?
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. Like I'm gonna just record. Yeah, what's up, MTV Cribs in this bitch? Friday podcast plus the iPod coming at you, boy. Some shit like that.
Yeah.
So when you see that, you'll see the video too. Well, not on this one, but on the other one.
Yeah.
So we're here.
And this is also special, and I'll tell everybody why.
Your son's birthday?
No,
Oh, okay.
I mean that was
July?
yesterday. No, just something new with us. I don't think we've ever done a podcast sipping on whiskey.
No, we
Well,
haven't.
I guess I
Well-
still haven't done a podcast
well-
sipping on
Well,
whiskey.
you didn't answer my question. Do you want me to go
Yes.
make you one real
We'll see
quick?
what the podcast is going.
No, well, we can
Yeah, y'all
marry.
can keep it going. I can go make it real quick.
Yeah.
What's the choice? They got whiskey?
Well,
Straight
they got
whiskey?
one that's from Alabama. They got one from Scott's. They got the Jacks. They got the
Give
Crowns.
me a
Nah.
Jack. Give me some Jack. I like
You want some? You don't want none of the Alabama?
Try that. You should have
Is
just.
Alabama good?
That's the delicious
Man, that
one.
shit
Give me
was-
that. All right, let me try Alabama.
I'll give you 2 fingers.
All right.
What's 2 fingers?
Now,
It's like how much you pour in there.
Give me that. Give me a little.
You want
bit.
another one too?
Yes, please.
That's heat.
All right, I get another one. All right, I'm getting.
Nah,
another
you
one.
can't. You gotta
But you
drive.
still haven't finished that one.
Look, let the record
I got
show. Let the record show. This fucker has to drive.
It'll be alright. I've done this before.
Look.
He can't even open the
Exactly.
door.
I think you get 1 finger.
You already had.
Hey,
That boy has
you
a
killing
lot.
the sound. You're killing the sound, buddy. Alright,
So, but yeah, that is special. My son is 12. I kind of talked about that on the Friday podcast, but it's almost surreal to have a son, and for those who may be interested and those who I've talked about QAnon on the Friday podcast, but those who have seen Fall of the Cabal, which I think we talked about on a recent Odd Pod with the link in the bio, and I showed my son a majority of it.
What?
It's 3 hours long, and I skipped some of the more graphic parts, like I think it's chapter 9. I think I skipped.
Does he know about
or 8.
Pizzagate and all the codes and shit?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so basically, because my opinion is skewed, but for the listeners, straight up, tell Chris what y'all think. If y'all seen Fall of the Cabal, do y'all think that...
I don't care what they think.
Well, I'm curious though.
Oh, okay.
I'm curious. I'm curious what other people think.
Their opinion.
Yeah.
If they would do that with their own.
Yeah. You know, do y'all think it's too woke too fast, or do y'all think that, you know what? I think 12 years old is good. All right, go ahead.
Now I gotta get some background. Not every 12-year-old is the same.
Right?
My son went to technology
no
and
child
science.
is the same.
Exactly. So my son has been in, and I'm not trying to brag, but he's been advanced since the beginning. Since he started school, he got accepted into an academy.
PAP.
Yes. And now in middle school he goes to well, I'm not gonna say the name, but it's a technological center, so they focus on that shit, right?
Yeah.
And so he's not the average kid, and when he was a baby, he did see me and his mom fight. I don't know if he remembers it. He was real little.
Was it physical violence or just like verbal?
What's crazy? It was verbal. It was verbal, but, and I don't want to get too into detail. There were some parts where I feel like on her part it was over exaggerated physical.
Yeah.
But it's all good. But besides that, I don't know what. I'm sure his mom and stepdad argue, but they don't fight like that.
He would tell you.
Yes. And he wouldn't want to be there, so he's there most of the time. He has brothers there, and
Yeah.
he's also the oldest brother of. There's 3 of them, 3 boys.
Yeah.
So he's. I really feel like he's more mature than a lot of 12-year-olds. And I've throughout the years I talked a little bit about stuff, and yeah, bro. I think he was ready, and from his reaction, because I showed it to him a few days before his birthday party, right? And some people probably think, oh, that's fucked up, bro. You should have waited till after.
Happy early birthday, son.
Right, but the reason why I felt like it was the right time because his mom said all he's doing right now is playing Fortnite. He don't want to eat. He's just on his Xbox, right? And I was like, all right, I'll pick him up so he can take a break from that. I said, tell him to leave his phone too. He didn't want to leave his phone, but I was like, nah, go ahead and leave your phone.
Hey, Romo's back.
That way you can
Is that
take. Those look delicious.
You sound like a drunk the way you said that.
I'm sorry.
I feel like you Mo from The Simpsons.
I'm not a drunk.
No,
That's
it's
the
Barney.
Oh
bartender.
my bad. What's the other one?
Barney.
Barney.
Yeah.
I don't think I said it like that, but
Mighty tasty there.
right.
Wait, that sounds more like some of the character.
One of the old ones. Oh damn, this is straight.
Yeah, bro.
I forgot.
I thought you had a penis.
Yeah, I had some hair on
boom,
on
boom.
them nuts down there.
Got it now, bro. What'd you say?
They had some hairs down there.
Yeah, I know, bro. I'm gonna be like the real Chess Tanuki in the book with them big old balls, bro.
Oh yeah. Are we going to put in parentheses your new name? No longer just Wedo or Chris. It's what is it again?
It's Ches.
Ches.
Last name Tanuki.
Ches Tanuki.
Chez, and then Tanuki is Tanuki.
So what did I miss?
Nothing.
Yeah.
We're talking about how he decided to inject his son with the wokeness pill or inject with the syringe.
What is it? The red pill, right?
Yeah, the red pill. Yeah, you're like, here, bro, take this real quick. Like,
Because,
all right.
because I was saying, so I told him like, he needed to take a break from the technology, so he went to my house, right? And
What do you think?
we think about the drink.
Oh, dude. It tastes. Compared to Jack, yes, he hits. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like Jack Daniels, this kind of is smooth, but there's still some good taste behind it. I like this.
Yeah, bro. It's and what is this called?
John Emerald,
John Emerald.
Alabama whiskey.
Pass me that, please.
There's a
This-
Alabama whiskey.
Shit.
Alabama. So he took it was supposed to be a technology break, but then I put a video on, so it wasn't really a technology break, but it's just different information that he's being intaken.
Yeah.
And I feel like, a lot of people probably, because he's probably hearing the same shit over about our president and all this negative shit and there's a lot of negativity that's being pushed out in the media.
Yeah.
And of course, the children are going to get residuals of that. It's going to fall onto them too because they're hearing everybody's talking about it. But if all they're hearing is negative, so I did what y'all did, and y'all was like, you know what? Let me show you this. So I showed them that, and just to give them another perspective, and that there's actually positive happening. There's some good shit happening, and sometimes you got to know that the bad shit is happening, but the actual what's really going on to understand. I'm going all Sam Tripoli, Alex Jones and shit, but yeah, bro. And he absorbed it. He didn't say nothing. The only thing he didn't really believe was which I understand, was the space travel, but I wouldn't put it past me.
So he doesn't believe that JFK Jr. is alive.
Oh, he didn't mention that.
He doesn't
But I
believe
said it's possible.
But he doesn't believe that Barron Trump is like a time traveling kid.
Yeah, I guess the way that, with the British accent, the way she starts doing it and showing the pictures, like the way that she, but we also, there's this really good show that has like 2 seasons. It's called Timeless. Timeless, right? And they time travel, and in the beginning there's this guy who you think is a bad guy, right? And he's going, but he steals a time machine and he goes like back in time and shit. And in the end, in the second season, you find out the bad guy's actually a good guy. But they're going back in time. Each episode they go through this. It's on Hulu. They go through different events, like they go to Abraham's assassination, all these different things.
It sounds like a book series that my wife and I read.
So the bad guys are like, I forgot what they call them in there, but they're basically Illuminati.
Yeah, this sounds like a book me and my wife and I read. The first one is called, it's by an author named Lisa Maxwell, and the book is called The Last Magician. I need to look it up, bro. This whatever we're sipping on is actually starting to get me already.
Oh yeah, my phone's charging.
I'll look it up, but keep going.
You can also look up Timeless after that and see if it's the same.
Sarah Maxwell.
But it's, yeah, bro, and so, and then I was saying earlier, like before we were recording, that Nikola Tesla supposedly, he said something about, I forgot what machine it was that he made where he stuck his head in there and between the machines, and he saw the past, present, and future at the same exact time.
Did I say Lisa?
It's like some Interstellar type shit.
I think I said that wrong.
Interstellar's a great movie.
Man, it is. That's what got me tripped out the most.
Yeah, look, the author's name is Lisa Maxwell, so if I said Sarah Maxwell, that's my bad.
He might be Sarah Maxwell now.
It could be, but the other thing, maybe she married, changed her first name.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Or like Bruce and Chris, what was his name? I don't know. Whatever.
Either way though, so Lisa Maxwell, in the book, the first book is called, the first book is called, oh crap, I'm sorry, hold on.
Alright, no more whiskey for
You
Vino.
got your phone? Look up Timeless and see if it's based on, if you don't mind.
Okay.
So while they're doing that, let me talk about My toenails.
Oh yeah, so the first book.
What the fuck?
The first book is called The Last Magician. All right.
All right.
And the second one is called The Devil's Thief, and it's like you said, it deals with time travel, and it deals with them going back into like the 30s, 40s even, and they interact with like Rockefeller and
it all interacts with when you start researching what really happens.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild.
They just use different names like for the family, but it's a family.
So you really want to talk about toenails?
We don't have to. Did you find out about Timeless?
Timeless the show?
Yeah.
What
See
do you want me to find
if
out?
it's based on the book.
Oh no, it's not. On the book I'm reading?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not at all.
But we're talking about the same different thing. Same.
They probably
Let me see.
took inspirations from the
Says
book.
time,
but I
okay,
don't
let me
think-
see. Timeless. Where did
TV
Timeless TV show?
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine.
Well, I'm on cup number 2. And we usually say the strain. Today we're only on pins. So I got my Skittles, and what strain is that pin?
Skywalker.
Skywalker. Nice.
Yeah, no, this one. Yeah, the one you're watching is like I said. It's crazy. It's in the same vein, but there's different events, and different plots. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting. That's cool. I was just gonna say about toenails, bro. Like, one time I had, because a lot of people have toe fungus, right?
Okay.
And I had it once, and what it did was like, you know, there's a part where it used to be like kind of black in the corner, but I take the pills, right? And I'm about to talk about you, bro. Nah, just kidding. Just kidding. So I took the pills. They worked.
Yeah, what?
Huh?
What?
But then they stay thick because a symptom of they get thicker, right? And so now my toenails are clean. They're beautiful in my opinion. But when I clip them, bro, they're like thick as fuck. So sometimes like boom, it'll hit me, or boom, it'll hit across the room, and I'm like, damn, like it's weird, bro.
Damn, bro.
I think you need to change the way you cut them.
Yeah.
I think it's the angle that you do it in.
Well, I mean, I just like a boom. Sometimes, but then sometimes they go everywhere.
Maybe you need to stop. And like,
I never used
slowly.
I kind of want to get a
Pedicure.
y'all done that before?
I've done that before. It feels pretty nice. You could get you a foot spa at the house. You know, about $70. Get you a little foot spa. Put up some water. Put your feet, man.
Will that change the thickness of my toenails though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll because okay, what are they gonna do at the nail salon? Here's what they're gonna do. They're gonna massage it. They're gonna clean it. They're gonna moisture it up and put some stuff that's gonna hopefully soften up the skin and soften up everything else. You do that shit at home, same thing. You know, it's like when people tell you that, you know, oh, my hand hurts or my foot hurts. Well, soak it in warm water and put Epsom salts in there, right? That warm water.
I was gonna ask you about Epsom salt.
That warm water is supposed to, obviously, that warm water, you know, softens up your, you know, opens up your little pores in your feet, and the Epsom salts get in there, hopefully, whatever heal up whatever's going on. So yeah, you do that shit at home with the little foot spa.
bucket.
Yeah, little foot. Yeah, shit. You want to be real about it. Unless you want that massage, but you do. You want those.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I used to do. Like before I tried the pills, before I told the doctor, I used to soak my feet in. I'll just get like a big ass bowl and apple cider vinegar.
Yeah, I had a
Don't you think
ringworm
the
infection,
steak
bro.
would
Right, I had a ringworm infection. It was bad, bro. And apple cider vinegar is what cured it, bro.
And then I heard that if you piss on your feet like in the shower,
Yeah.
it'll keep athletes foot away. So there's got to be something to it. My piss is clear, bro. Because usually I don't drink sodas. I don't drink. Today it's gonna be a little brown. The brown that's going down, but
I don't think I would recommend younger me to do that. Younger me was very out of shape.
oh,
Yeah.
you probably had some yellow sugar,
Yeah, yellowed
high
out.
fructose corn syrup piss.
Talk about having high cholesterol at the age of 17. Yeah, it was.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
That's when you were playing football. So what position did you play?
I played defensive lineman, and offensive lineman.
Is that the same as my homeboy played? The one I work with?
Yeah, I used to.
Y'all
Me and
the same-
Desmond, we
You don't
played
have to say his
together.
name, but
Oh man.
yeah.
Oh, it's not-
Yeah, even I saying the last name.
Yeah. But we played together since we were in 7th grade, is where we first met, and we played all until we graduated.
That's cool.
He actually he toughened me up. You know, he kind of helped me out a lot and taught me a lot, and didn't actually bully me like a lot of other dudes would try to do.
Well, he's a man of God, bro, for real.
He is, bro. He was a cool ass dude. He was always a funny man.
Shout out to Desmond.
He is funny, and that's one of his dreams to be a comedian.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. He got me through my senior year in English class.
Let's get him on the podcast.
That's what I was
Should.
gonna say. He'd be a
Should.
great guest.
Me and him would reminisce about a lot of shit.
I bet it'd be hilarious.
It would
We
be.
would just sit back and just listen, bro. Like what? Romo did what with his ear in class? Nah, shit.
What?
Yeah, like a pencil.
Oh, P-Man Galloway.
That's what they called you?
Nah, that's what we call one of our fucking teachers.
Why? Because it rhymes?
Yeah.
You know, I was always nice to teachers, but I remember when I would get substitutes, they would assume I was going to be an asshole. So then they would kick me out, like, real quick. But I was like, man, I wasn't even trying to be an asshole.
See,
but that gave me clout. So I was like, all right, fuck it.
we had got, this is how we knew our teacher liked us, bro, is that the one day that we actually left school, it was me and him and our homeboy Elijah. They would not allow us our senior year to leave campus, but a lot of us did anyways.
Like for lunch?
Yeah. So we left, we picked up some food, and we brought it back. Instead of getting us in trouble, he just looked at us and just left it be. He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, bro, that's a dumb rule. Was that principal?
Nah, this was a teacher that we had.
Mm.
It's an English teacher.
Nah, one teacher I had, it was this lady, she got me sent to an alternative school. She was like, this is the second time that you came in here smelling like weed. And so she told the principal. And then he did that stupid pencil test where they put it like in your eyes and supposedly it makes your pupils go like that. And yeah, they sent me to alternative school. But
wait, they did what?
Like to see if I was, they did like this pencil, like they hold it up. And it's it's some bullshit, bro. It's bullshit.
That sounds like some mind trick to get you to snitch on yourself.
Yeah. They pretty much did, bro. I was kind of dumb, and I feel bad. I'm gonna admit this here today. I accidentally snitched on my homeboy because I was like, nah, man, I didn't smoke weed. My friend that drove me to school, his dad smoked cigarettes, so the car smelled like cigarettes.
Damn.
Right? And then he said, what's your friend's name? And I ended up telling him, bro. So we went together, bro, and I've never forgiven myself for that. But the good thing is, I think he's forgiven me. I was toxic, bro. I was a bad friend, and that's, you know, it's real hard for me to judge anybody because I was like, and I don't know if subconsciously I wanted him to go with me to alternative school. Cause he was like my best friend, bro. He was like my prime partner, like.
So you snitched on him?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know what? I had a snitching time one time. So one time, it was junior high. One of my homies had stolen this kid's library card. He went to the library. He actually basically jacked a whole lot of books with his library card, right? So when
that's all shit.
So when this kid gets in trouble, you know, he says that they stole my card. He was talking about us, you know. And the principal shook us all down, but he shook us down separately, obviously, right, bro? I sound like a canary. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I snitched on him. And you know what? They started getting wind that I might have been the one that said something. So you know what the principal did? 'Cause he's a cool motherfucker. He actually called him back in the office and said that no. And your boy over there, he's in worse trouble than y'all. You know what I'm saying? Basically, yeah, he had my back.
That was
you know what I'm saying? But I hope, if I recall that, I hope that's the last time I snitched.
Yeah.
You know, I got an X on my.
As a man, bro, it's like I got an X on my man card. But I want to think that because of that, he stopped hanging with me and stopped doing the shit. Cause I was doing cocaine, I was smoking and drinking, and he ended up going to the army. He got a wife.
It looks like
he's got a couple kids.
Worked out for him. Shit.
It did, and he's like happy now. We're friends on Facebook, and we'll comment and shit. But man, it feels good to get that off my chest, bro.
Yeah, I can say the only snitching stories I have are against my brothers.
Yeah,
I wouldn't snitch on my homies and shit, but I'll snitch on my fucking brother real quick to my mom.
Man.
Yeah.
Like what? Did they break anything? And
nah, it was
cigarettes, firecrackers.
Well, they shot me with a BB gun. That was one.
Were they trying to get you not to say it was them?
No, it was really my fault. Cause I wanted to play with it, and they wouldn't let me.
You're too young.
So
probably.
I was like, I threw a little fit, and I was kind of jumping right in front of, just being a dick.
Dang.
Walking in front of it, just being an asshole. So they're like, all right, motherfucker. So I would have shot me with it.
Where they hit
but
you?
I made it seem like my brother took aim at me and shot at me on purpose. That's how I snitched.
Did he get whooped or something?
Nah, they just took off his guns and they threw them away. So it was backfired on my ass because I didn't even get to play with it.
Yeah, not nobody gets to play with it. Dang. Where'd they hit you?
In the side.
On the butt?
Nah, on the side, like on the hip.
Side.
Yeah.
I figured the butt would be the least hurtful and the most funny.
I remember when we got in trouble because we had shot my homie in with a BB gun from a distance. Well, I didn't do it, but another one of my homeboys did. And I ended up taking the blame for it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I ended up getting in trouble for it. He couldn't hang out with me anymore because of that. Because he had this giant ass bruise mark on his shoulder.
Damn. Fuck it.
Yeah.
And see, I think sometimes things happen for a reason, bro. Maybe that avoided some kind of catastrophe that would have happened if you were still able to go to their house. Maybe their house would have burned down or something for something.
I don't know. I mean, looking back at it, I mean, I feel bad about it, but I mean, he turned out to be alright. We're still cool friends afterwards.
Bro, I feel like, I don't know about y'all, but a lot of people that I grew up with, like in school and shit, they did all right, as far as I know. But like my cousin, he's from St. Louis, and he's find out like in St. Louis, Missouri, there's a big heroin problem, and a lot of his friends are like suicided or overdosed on heroin and shit. This time Vino's caking today. You caking?
Caking on some woke shit.
Oh, share with us, bro. Share with us.
So remember, it says so Maxwell, like, you know, the chick that got caught, her dad, and John Benet Ramsey's dad, they were represented by the same attorney.
Whoa.
Oh, man.
How many coincidences does it become mathematically impossible?
They're finding this chick in all kinds of shit. Now they got her in Disney, apparently the Magical Kingdom at Walt.
Wait, you talking about Epstein's girl?
Yeah.
Oh.
She apparently connects to so many conspiracies, which I mean, pretty much puts it out there that she's a giant fish.
Bro, yeah.
You know? Like, for example, look. Apparently, Magical Kingdom, the cruise line, used to offer excursion trips to Epstein's Island. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Yeah, I heard that.
Bro, I didn't even know this about. I didn't know this about the island. It was like the dome was basically in the middle of a shape of an eye. These dudes made that shit like creepy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Symbolism will be their downfall.
Yeah, I mean that's
pride, isn't it?
Taking, but that's what I'm taking.
Very, very prideful, very cocky, very conceited. That's how fuckers get caught, bro.
That's how kingdoms, you know,
Fall. You crumble.
Empires crumble.
Because of good pussy like Cleopatra. I bet she was fine as fuck, bro.
Apparently, they would say no.
Who would say no?
Like some pictures, some historians would debate on her beauty.
Really?
It wasn't her beauty. Someone would say it's she would talk you into fucking her. Like, that was her mindset. What was fine.
So, like, I don't know, like, I talk about this a lot, but in the beginning of the Bible, in Genesis, it talks about how the Nephilim, which are they call them Nephilim, I don't know why they call them Nephilim, but the son, like, the basically demons, because once an angel leaves, they look exactly the same, but they try to make demons and angels look different, but a demon is going to look exactly like an angel.
Yeah.
And then they come down and they had sex with humans, and they had they had some giants, but they also had their bloodline is like the rulers and shit. So maybe these people are like very easily possessed, you know. And so maybe like I don't know who we're talking about, but maybe it's like the fucking reptilian type shit, bro. I did get on that David Icke shit.
You did. Damn. You did straight into him.
Yeah, bro. I feel like, I don't know, bro. Who knows, you know?
Anything is a possibility right now.
So here earlier, he told me something about apparently the president's wife. She wore this dress.
Yeah.
And apparently it had a meaning.
Yes.
I found what it meant. All right. So social media made fun of Melania Trump's dress that she wore. They said it looked like President Trump scribbled on it with a marker.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a dress designed by Alexander McQueen.
Right.
And Alexander McQueen just got hung from a doorknob.
Yeah.
You know,
and that's a symbol.
It was using sketches drawn by victims of child abuse to describe their feelings. So what she was wearing was what a bunch of child abuse victims drew about how they felt. That's pretty crazy.
Wow.
I knew there was something to the dress, bro. Ever since they showed the jacket, the jacket that said "We don't care," whatever. I don't care to you, and then they connected to something. I knew her dress was gonna be something. Man.
Wow.
Just try another battery in it.
Is your caking over there? What's wrong?
Fix it.
You see, you got a battery, don't you?
I do.
It's got a trick to it. You know, it's like that old car you get.
Oh, there you go. Wiggle the gas.
Wiggle the pedal or pressing the brake pedal or some shit.
That's why they don't always say, like, wiggle it. Wiggle. What do you mean, wiggle it? Just wiggle
so
it.
earlier I was looking at something this morning about this thing called epigenetics.
Yeah.
And epigenetics basically says that it works with the human body and the brain that you know, basically that your mom can have a fear of something and while she's pregnant with you, and you'll somehow come out with that same fear, or even it's generational. You know, like for example, for the people who were in the concentration camps, you know, like over there in Germany, some of those people still have a fear of Germany. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I mean,
and it's like it's not. Imagine you had a fear of German people, but it was your grandma like 5 generations back that was over there. You know, like.
And that could explain the BLM movement right now. Like they're taking that in a negative way. They're taking it out negatively, but some. Oh yeah.
Crazy.
That maybe.
You think? No, you think with that theory that, you know how some people feel a deja vu feeling in certain areas. You think they would feel that? You think that that's part of that?
Well, yeah, I think that's why us humans, like, when we hear a giant boom in the sky, we all like get afraid, even as kids, because I think that maybe for real, some of us were alive, like when comets hit, you know, back, you know, who knows how many.
You're talking about reincarnation.
Yeah, maybe. I guess that's what it leads to, because you're like, well, how can you remember? Oh yeah, because a part of your soul,
DNA remembers.
Yeah,
it's copy.
Yeah, part of your DNA had, you know, it's passed on down.
It's just like computer language.
You know, they talk about the Akashic Records. Well, your DNA would be like an Akashic Records. How far back does it go? It goes all the way as far back as your soul does, bro. You know what I'm saying? How many lifetimes have you lived in your DNA?
You think that's probably a part of all our DNA code? Like if we break it down into that little...
Yeah.
Have you seen our nervous system?
It's crazy.
It took like some science kids in the university like 1,500 hours. And they got it's like from the eye, the brain, and then just the nervous system. We look like a fucking squid with all that shit. It's weird.
Yeah, they in one of the museums in Dallas, it was like a science museum. I don't know where, but we used to go there every year in Mesquite Elementary School.
Lucky motherfuckers. I was in Dallas and shit.
And we would go there every year, and they had that for display, like the nervous system of the entire body, like it was from the brain to the eyes.
On some what was his name?
Everything.
Hansel and Gretel? No, Hancock.
Hancock.
Nah, what's the other dude?
Who?
That has a movie, Silence of the Lambs.
Man, that's
Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal Lecter. That's what I was trying to say. I said everything but.
I was like, man, the description skills of a 5-year-old, fuck.
Well, the 5-year-old wouldn't even know those words, bro. They know Google. It would depend on what 5-year-old you ask.
Yeah, your 5-year-old. Your boy's probably.
He was spitting game already, bro.
Hell yeah.
No, but one time where he did like affect me was we were playing frisbee right in the backyard, and he was about 5 or 6, and it got stuck on the roof, and so I got the ladder, but I was scared, and I told him, I said, man, I'm scared, and then he said, you're not supposed to be scared, you're supposed to be brave.
Oh,
and I said, all right, and then I did it, and it was like nothing. I was like, dang, hell yeah.
Your son gave you motivation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's like that saying, I thought about quitting, so I saw who was watching.
Yeah. I tried to do I told him, like, because we did a parade party because of the quarantine thing. And so I was like, because everybody, we have like there's a park, so we saw the cars. And I was going to tell him, like, I said, I'm going to do the Lion King thing. And my sister thought I was going to, like, pick him up. I was like, nah, I did that when he was a baby. But I was going to do the, like everything you see before you is your kingdom. Because it was like a family and friends, both sides of his family. And I seemed like a prince. But, you know, just joking around with him. But, yeah. I did tell him, though, like, and I'm not putting pressure, because I tell him, like, whatever you want to do as long as you're happy, you know, like as a career, like you don't even have to think about it right now. There's no pressure, because a lot of times kids get pressure, like, oh, what you want to do? What are you going to do for the rest of your life? And it's like, shit, let them live a little bit, and then, you know. But I feel like he could be a good leader, and I told him that. But,
that's what's up. You got to do, build them up.
Like maybe one day, because with Jehovah's Witnesses, they talk about Jehovah's Kingdom, which is like supposedly supposed to come after the apocalypse. But I've been thinking, what if the apocalypse isn't necessarily what they described it as in the Bible? Maybe it's just an end of a certain type of way of living, and it just changes over. And we might experience it, because in the Apocrypha, when Ezra was talking to the angel, talking to God through the angel, it mentioned, like, he asked about what about the people that lived in that, are going to live in that time that it happens, the change or whatever. And then God was like, they'll live, and then they'll pass, and then they'll just keep going. I think so. It might just be like regular life. I mean, I'm trying like it. It sounds real cool, and hopefully that's what it is. But it's I find it very important right now to focus on the positive.
Yeah.
It's very like we're almost drowned in negative, bro.
Yeah, and that's the thing, bro. When you pay attention to the negative, you basically kind of like discount the positive altogether. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they're both working hard. So why do you need why decide to focus on the negative just because
Right.
why?
It's a balance.
Yeah, when you let the negative get to you, that's what it wants. That's what the negative want. It wants to get you down. It wants to make you feel hopeless and sad and mad and all this scared and all this other stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you gotta. Whenever you think that, oh man, there's so much shit out there that's bad, you gotta think about. But you gotta be able to say, but there's also good shit out there. Focus on that, bro.
Well, like I just learned today that infant mortality rate was down 30%. So someone was equating that to less babies getting vaccines because of what's going on, like less access to whatever it is. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
30% less of babies are dying.
Yeah.
Just from March to right now.
Yeah.
And so I shared that because everybody just keeps sharing negative shit, and everybody's like, oh no, it stresses me out. Like I see them in their comments and shit, and so like, here's some good news for the morning.
Yeah.
Just maybe that'll help somebody. Stop being like one little shining like, look at the positive.
Yeah.
And I know it's hard to do sometimes because I've been there, bro. I've been there.
Yeah. And that's not to say that you can't feel sad, you can't feel mad.
Right. That's natural.
We all gonna have off days. Some of us even have off weeks. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta just go through that shit. Go through that and go. Be sad, be mad. It's okay, but go through it and then be like, get back up on that horse, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On that positive unicorn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Ride that pony. Genuine said, up on it, my pony. You ever heard that song?
Something like that.
Nah, I ain't heard that
It's too
song.
young.
Yeah. Damn, I was gonna say something like.
Something simple.
Something smart. It was profound.
Oh God.
I lost it. What were you saying? What was the last thing you said? Riding the pony,
God.
the unicorn.
Oh, riding the unicorn of positivity.
Positivity. Fuck it, I don't remember. Damn, I don't remember.
Man, you're trying hard to remember.
Yeah, it was good, bro. It was good. That's alright. Another jewel will come.
Yeah.
They come and go. The brains are so amazing, bro. The nervous system, that's what it is. It's the brain communicating with everything else. Well, I remember one thing I was gonna say. Like, we're like computer numbers, so that just makes it more. It makes it more realistic to think that we're like just a computer program. Like, third dimension isn't.
Like the Matrix.
Right.
I mean, in the Matrix movie, everyone's a computer program.
Right. But I don't think when we unplug, it's some kind of weird dark shit like the way in the Matrix was. I think we kind of unplug by waking up to the.
Well, see, I think the whole Neo having to go through that tube and oh my God, this is. I think that's sort of like how
Metaphorical.
the awakening. Yeah, it is a metaphor for the awakening you have. You know.
And I read something that said like there's phases you go when you get woke, and I really went through those phases. Like it's like you get depressed and stuff, and you kind of isolate yourself. I mean, like there was like a couple years where you're just trying to get me to hang out because I was one of those people who's just always negative. Yeah. And it took my cousin to like trick me, but I'm glad he did. Well, he didn't trick me, but he lured me with
you're easy to bait.
hash.
Hey, there's some weed here.
No, he said hash. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, all
I
right.
gotta go get this shit.
Yeah, let me try that. And then I already knew that Los was good people, so I didn't have no worry. You were there that first time too, right? Or no?
What?
When I kicked it with Vino for the first time since.
I don't think I was.
Nah, you came in later.
Yeah.
Came in later in the life. So we just getting you by yourself and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You couldn't throw someone new at you right away.
Right.
Yeah, I remember.
It's like a dog from the pound. They kind of skittish at first. You gotta.
Easy
him
man.
too, he didn't know what it was like to hang out with someone like, older people, like other than me,
Oh yeah.
So he did go through his growing up phase where he was like the annoying younger guy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fire E Youth. Youth is like a drug. It goes fast and it's fun, but it's dangerous and you can survive it, but you might have some scars at the other end of it.
It's all with what you do with it, you know. I lived it like I was rolling from 15 to like 22, 23. Yeah.
You live fast. Wow.
Too fast. I was living like 10 Furious, bro. I wonder what the next one's gonna be called. It's the 10th one, right?
Yeah,
They'll probably put X in it. Fast and Furious X. I don't think he'll do that. He's working on the album. Supposedly Dre and Kanye are making beats for that album.
I guess the beats will be fire, but
I love DMX, so I love DMX. Yeah, bro, like his album, and then there was X. It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. The Great Depression.
Do you think that's what the album was about? He was depressed at that time.
The reason I saw an interview why he called it the Depression. It was like one of those old school. I think it was on BT or something. He's like he's getting his face. Yo, I call it the Depression because when I come out, these cats gonna be depressed. It was a good album, bro. I loved it. And there was another one, Year of the Dog, which was pretty dope. I like that he put a prayer on every album, and then he would have like on every album he would have a track where he would talk to God and stuff. He would also have tracks sometimes where he would talk to Satan. So it was like the yin and the yang, the battle within. And I think that's why when he was trying to get out and shit, they started fucking with him. But like he was, from what Chris Rock said in the interview, like DMX like hangs out with a lot of people that from the past. And that's why he'll still fuck around and do crack every once in a while and shit.
Oh, back from like his hood days.
Yeah. But I've seen him recently on the Breakfast Club and he looks healthy. So I mean, a lot of positive things are happening. I want to stay positive, you know, on DMX. That'd be cool.
Hopefully he stays clean and sober.
Yeah. Like, did you know Busy Bone was like kidnapped? Yeah.
He was on the show with the kids that went missing. He was on that show.
Oh yeah, that's how they found him and shit.
Yeah, that's why he's off. That's why eventually
the fame got to him, and
he got
but
depressed.
right now he seems like cause I follow him on social media, so that's my alarm. There was a meme that said you're
Star Trek.
Oh man.
That's not Star Trek.
But yeah, there was a meme that said like your alarm clock is your theme song because it comes on every morning. I was like, damn, I suck. It's like because sometimes I use that one, sometimes I use this other one called Donkey and shit. It's like dun 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 dun. That one's alright. It's kind of happy. And then I have this one too. But I set a lot of alarms. He has. Romo was saying that he has he puts that song like the music we were listening to, and that wakes him up. I was like, nah, that's too soft for me. It won't wake me up. What about you? You use alarms or?
I got that.
Yeah.
I got that.
Yeah. Do you need multiple alarms?
Nah.
When I'm at work, I do.
I used to when I was younger.
Yeah. But now that I'm not even working right now, like my body I get up early.
That sounds
nice. Yo, we just took me off. It took me a couple seconds. That's hilarious. Oh shit. Where we at, Romo?
We're at about 40 minutes.
We're in the fucking mansion, bro. I wonder. It probably sounds different. I bet you this room is this room is padded and shit.
I guess we should see how it sounds.
Yeah, let's. You want to call that one a wrap? Number 21.
Yeah, ready to call it a wrap?
Yeah, I gotta take a leak.
Alright, yeah, let's call it a wrap.
That was episode 21.
Yeah.
Pod at the mansion.
Yeah.
At a mansion.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.